What is TestNG? TestNG is a framework. Okay, you can say it is a testing next generation framework.
Okay.
So NG stands for next generation. Okay, what is the difference between JUnit framework and TestNG framework? JUnit also a framework. TestNG also a framework. What's the difference? Yes, what's the difference? JUnit basically used for a unit testing purpose, but the TestNG is used for a automation testing purpose. Automation testing purpose. And what are the annotation JUnit support? It supports @ before, @ after. Okay, and then @ test. But a TestNG, coming to TestNG, yes, of course, it supports @ before. It also supports @ after, and it also supports @ test. Along with that, it supports @ Shabir has joined a long time. Let him talk to him for some time. Hello, Shabir bhai.
Hello, sir.
What happened? Oh my God! Many classes you missed, Shabir. I see. Yeah, MySQL completely missed. You know. MySQL. Just check with Raja. We just completed MySQL. Today we just started. Okay. Good thing is actually we started Selenium again today. But don't miss any classes, Shabir. Okay. Try to attend as many classes as possible. Okay. So today we are discussing about the TestNG framework, Shabir. TestNG framework. Okay. Very important framework. They would ask questions on interviews on TestNG framework. How to use TestNG framework and all I am going to explain. Okay, try to attend, Shabir. I know you got a job and you are doing in shifts actually, but try to attend. What about other timings, Shabir, for you?
Presently, there is no timings.
No timings, okay. Because we have another batch at 7 to 8 morning time.
At what time?
7 to 8. If you can join that batch.
For this automation, right?
Automation only. 7 to 8 batch is there. If you are not actually able to join at this time, please join 7 to 8 batch.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I thought of informing you, but you are not joining at all. The thing is, MySQL is completed and TestNG, but try to join. It's okay, fine. 7 to 8 batch is there. If you are not available in this timing, 2 to 3, join at 7 to 8. That is also simultaneous batch when we have started this batch. The same batch also started at the time. Okay. Coming to TestNG framework, what is TestNG framework? It is a automation framework used to automate applications using annotations provided by TestNG. What are those annotations? Before, after, @ test. Along with that, it also provides before suite, before class, after class, okay, before test, after test, and so on. Okay, I will just show you quickly how to use TestNG framework. To install TestNG framework, what you need to do? Go to help. Go to install new software. Okay, you don't need to do anything actually. Simply have to add the plugin called TestNG. I have already added. That's why it is going to show all these plugins here. Okay, already installed. Just click here. Here you can see TestNG is already installed on the system. Okay. If it is not installed, how to install? How to install? Very simple. Just close this. Click help. Click help under install software for marketplace. See here. Install new software is right. Either you can use a install new software or you can go to Eclipse Marketplace. Just click here and search with a TestNG. Search with a TestNG. TestNG. Okay, test ng. Okay, so if you search with test ng, search with this, you will get a test ng for Eclipse. Okay, test ng for Eclipse. You will get. You have to simply click on install button. Automatically, Eclipse test ng will be installed on your system. That's all. Yeah, see, test ng for Eclipse is already installed. That's why it is showing installed status. Otherwise, it will show this status, install status. You have to click that install button. Automatically, test ng gets installed on your system, local system. Okay. So, coming to how do we create a test ng classes? I just want to show you how to create a test ng classes. How do you create a test ng classes? Very simple. Okay, first create a Java project, create a package, add all the Selenium required jar files. We have already added all the required jar files. After that, what you have to do, just right click on your project, go to build path, go to add libraries. Okay, or you can also go to configure build path. There you can see one option called add library. Click add library. By default, test ng will be there. You have to select this test ng library and click next. Automatically install. Just click finish. Automatically test ng plugin or library gets added to your build path. See, we have already added test ng build path. Okay. So these steps you have to do. Additional step. Only one additional step is along with the Selenium project setup. Just right click. Go to build path. Build path. Okay, build path, add library, and click test ng and click next. That's all. Automatically test ng folder gets added. Is it clear? Yeah? Clear? Yes, no, yes.
So
clear, right? Yeah. See, what we have to do now? Nothing, actually, very simple. See, first and foremost demo is actually, this is an ordinary test ng class demo. Look at here, this is a very ordinary test ng class demo. In this class, we have how many tests are there? Three tests are there. Before method, after method. Before class, after class. Before class, after class, before test, after test, and then before suite, after suite. Okay? These many annotations test ng supports. These many annotations test ng supports. See, as I told you, here these three are called as test methods. Here you can see test methods. Before method is there, right? For each and every method, this method gets invoked. So how many times it will execute it? How many times it will execute? 3 times, because we have 3 test methods. Before method gets executed 3 times. After method gets executed 3 times. How many classes are here? There is only one class. Hence, it will execute only once, before class and after class. Okay. And then coming to before test, how many times before test gets executed? Only once again, because it is only one test. Because it's only one test. Okay. And then after test, before suite, after suite. Let me execute this script. Simply just right click, run as test ng test. Okay, see how many test cases are there? Login, logout, and product. Just go to console. Try to understand this hierarchy. First, before suite, before test, and before class, before method. That means this is the order we follow: suite, test, class, and method. After that, method gets executed, and again one more is after method. Again before method, after method, before method, after method. Because there are 3 test methods are there. That's why 3 times it will get executed. Okay. After that, finally it will go to the class level. We are in after class. Before class is over, after class. Then finally it will come to test. Okay. Before suite, and then test, and then class, and then again after test. after test. Is it clear? Clear? See how many test methods are there? Login, logout, and products. 3 test methods are there. Okay, I will show you one simple demo. One simple demo I'm just going to show you. Try to understand. Okay. Yeah. This is a very simple test method. We have a login functionality and then we have logout. Inside login, we are just launching an application. We're just launching an application and log out. And then we have one more test products and then customer information and so on. That's it. How many test methods are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 test methods are there. Finally, checkout. 5 test methods are there. This is before method. After method, before class. Here we are just initializing our driver. Okay. We are just initializing our driver, instantiating clone driver and maximizing the window. And we are just using implicit wait. Finally, close driver. This is where we are just closing the driver. Okay. This is where we are just closing the driver. Before test, after test. That's it. Okay. Shall we run the code now? Very simple. Okay. So to run the code, just right click on your program, run as TestNG test. Earlier we were using JUnit test, right? Now to run a TestNG test, you have to right click in a context menu. You have to click on our TestNG test. That's all. Is it running? Oh, it's running. Yeah, enter, open. Done. Okay. Only log out. See how many test cases are there? Login, logout, checkout, customer information, and product. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 test cases are there. All test cases are passed. Okay. Clear? If you want to make a particular test case intentionally fail, you can do that by using asset command. Asset true of true, but I'm giving false. So I just want to show you how the failed test case looks like. Okay. So that's why I'm just giving a asset.asset for true, 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 and false. Okay. Asset true. Control S. Yeah, done. Okay. So now right click and execute once again. TestNG test. Okay. So enter the username and password. Yes. See. So which test cases failed? Products test cases failed. This is how it looks like. Okay. We are able to create test cases and execute it. What next? We can also configure a test execution through XML file. Okay, how do we configure? How do we configure a XML files? Nothing, actually, very simple. Just right click and go to TestNG. Convert to TestNG. Okay, automatically it will create a configure.xml file. Configure.xml file gets created. Show me. So this is okay, TestNG configure 2. Okay, this is a login test suite. Suite name you have to give Swag Labs Automation Test Suite. So what's the test name? Test name is login test. Okay, let's click next. Okay, click finish. Right, done. Okay, so this is a TestNG configure2.xml file. Just open here. Look at here. This is how we just create a configuration file. That means, okay, yeah. Okay, see, only one test is there. We have a suite, we have a test. Inside this, we have a class. So how to execute? Now you don't need to go to Java file. Just right click on configure.xml file. Just go to run as TestNG suite. That's all. Okay, this is what we have to do. See, only product page is failed. Okay, why the login details not entering? Any idea? See, there is no functionality to enter the data. That's why. Okay, so do you have a data? Of course, we should have a data. Let me check. Yeah, here we have. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it. Control C. Okay, here I'm just adding. Okay, Control S. So for logout, I want to close the logout also. Logout is not there. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, let's close this one. Okay. So logout also we have implemented earlier. I'm just going to copy it. So maybe from here, I think I'm not sure. Back to products. Click finish. Back to products. Okay, I'm just going to copy from here. Control C. I'm really sorry, my children is disturbing. Just give me 2 minutes, huh? Log out. I'm just copying it here. Log out. Red dot sleep and all we have used. I'm just going to add a declaration. Done. Control S. Okay. Now, how many test cases are there? We have 2 test methods: login, logout, and so on. Product and all, so many are there. Just right click, run this program, run testng. Now I don't want to run from here. I want to run from here, testng demo, class 2. Just a second. Yeah, here we are. Control S, right click, run as testng suite. Okay. Go here, enter username and password. Okay, working fine. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. See, login, logout, checkout, customer information, and product. Everything is working fine. So now execution is over, configuration is over. Okay, we have created test scripts. After that configuration, we did it and executed the test cases. Execution also over. Now, what is the next step? Test results. Okay, test results. We need to check and report the test results, right? See, one of the very important aspect of testng is it provides a wonderful report. Okay, just right click, refresh this page. Okay, refresh this page. Automatically test output folder get generated. This is a test output folder. You no need to create anything, automatically get generated by testng. Here are 2 important reports are there. One is emailable report.html. Okay, just right click, open with, okay, open with web browser. Okay, here you can see how many test cases are passed, how many test cases are failed. See, login, logout, checkout, customer information, and then products. Out of 5 test cases, 1 test case is failed, 4 test cases are passed. This is the beauty of testng. It really generates a wonderful reports. Okay, you can directly share this report to your manager. Clear? Is it clear? So one more report is a high level report called index.html, where you can see overall execution report. Overall execution of your test suite can be displayed in a index.html. This is the index.html. Here you can see the total reports. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, fine. So this is how it looks like. Here you can see why the test cases failed. That is also it is showing. See, assertion expected is true, but we are just passing false. The reason is here we have used assertion dot true. Assert dot true equals to false. We have given. That's why our test cases failed. Okay, where is products? Checkout. Checkout. Yeah, here you can see here. If you pass true, automatically this test case also gets passed. Okay. Just assume this is how we have to execute the testng test cases and the generated test reports. Very, very important. Okay. Clear? So, reporting. And then very, very important thing is parallel execution. Parallel execution of test cases. Okay, parallel execution of test cases I want to do. Okay, how to do it? Okay, see, just take the same test case, that is 002, 002, this one, Control C, Control V. Okay, I'm just taking this one as a parallel test case 1. Okay, test case 1, Control C. Okay, done. Okay, again, just copy this, Control C, Control V. Parallel test case 2. Okay. Okay. Parallel test case 2. Okay. I'm just changing it to asset.false is right. I'm just going to give it this one. Control C. Customer information also. Customer information. Okay. Checkout also. Checkout also. So 3 test cases going to fail now. Okay. Control S. So parallel execution, there are 2 test cases, test case 1 and test case 2. What I want to do, I want to execute both the test cases at a time. That's what I want to do. Clear? Is it clear? Yeah. So select both the test cases, right click, go to testng, convert to testng. Now see, here are 2 test classes are there. You have to take care of one small configuration. Here it is the right parallel mode. Here you have to select classes. That's all. There's the only setting you have to do parallel execution. Next. Okay. Next, finish. Okay. 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 So I want to rename this one F2. Okay, I want to rename this one to parallel test case 1 and 2. I'm just giving a different name, Control V, Control K. Done. Just run this program. Automatically it will execute 2 browsers and execute 2 test cases simultaneously. Yes, that is really one of the very important feature of testng. Let's say it launches 2 browsers and execute time simultaneously. One, there's another browser. 2 browsers are there. Just minimize. This one also I want to minimize. Just drag this one to one side. Yes, see, one is about 2 up. See, okay. 2 test cases it has executed. Look at here. There is a test case 1, test case 2. In this test case 1 test case is failed, and another test case 3 test cases are failed. 2 test cases are passed. Okay, how to check the test results? Again, just go to test output folder. Just refresh this folder. Just right click, refresh this. Okay, just go to test output. Here go to emailable report. Just right click, open with browser. Okay. Now you can see here a really wonderful report. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 test cases are failed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 test cases are passed in TC1. 2 test cases are failed in TC2. 1 test case is failed in TC1, and 3 test cases are failed in a TC2. Okay, clear? So this is how it will execute 2 test cases at a time. Clear? Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, so far we have discussed in a Chrome, right? I just want to show you how to execute test case in IE also, run as TestNG test. Okay, so this is actually IE, not a Chrome. If you observe this test case carefully, it is IE. Okay, what are the changes you have to do? Nothing actually. You have to provide a Edge driver instead of Chrome driver. Here you see, look at here. This is a Chrome driver, not a. It's a Edge driver. It's not a Chrome driver. Hello. Yeah. So let's tell me. Yes. Fine, no issues. 5, I have another session. 4:30 we can have. 4:30. Okay then, yeah. But tomorrow you will join, right, at 2? Okay, because I have other sessions. Only today I can adjust at 4:30. Tomorrow onward join at 2. Okay. Oh, okay, fine. Half an hour is fine. Sure. Okay. I will share link later. Before 4:30 I will share at 3:30. Yeah. So sorry. Okay, Raja. It's okay. See, the difference is nothing. Here instead of Chrome driver, you are using Edge driver. That's all. Okay. Here, just right click, run this program. It automatically opens Edge driver, Edge browser. Edge means IE only. It is IE. It's not a Chrome. It is IE basically. Okay. Just enter all the details and close the driver. Wonderful, now. Really wonderful. Now I want to execute both IE and Chrome tests. How to do that? This is IE test and this is Chrome test. Okay. This is Chrome test. This is IE and that is Chrome. Both are same. But the only difference is here you are using Chrome driver. I want to do parallel execution of both the test cases. How to do it? Select both Chrome and IE and then right click and create a TestNG file. And select the parallel execution is classes. That's all. That's the only thing you have to do it. Okay. Let's go to parallel execution. I have already created parallel execution. Yeah, this one I think. Okay. Let's go here. Here you can see Chrome test and IE test. Both tests are there. Parallel execution is classes. Just execute and check. Just right click. Run as TestNG suite. That's all. Very simple. You see, 2 browsers has opened. 2 browsers, not a one browser. 2 browsers. These are. Okay. This is another browser. This is a IE browser. This is a Chrome browser. Now it is actually IE. Done. Clear? This is how we have to execute test cases. Another very important thing is parameterization. Okay. See, in runtime, we can pass a parameters in TestNG. How that is possible? How that is possible? Go to this test case and check how it looks like. See, we have a test method called username, right? But to execute a test case called login, what are the parameters required? We need username and password. Both the values are required to run a login test case. Okay. See here, look at here. This is a login test case. We are just passing username and password, and on top of it, we are passing URL also. Okay. So we are just passing URLs, name and password, and we are just passing into our test script and executing. That's what we are doing. Okay. See, if you look at there is another additional configuration we did it. What is that? @test has a one more annotation called parameters. This step is very, very important for parameters. Okay, just add these parameters. That's all. After that, just right click, run as testng test. Okay, it simply takes the values from configuration file and executes. Okay, see what is this test method? Login. It is failed because we are not running from a configuration file. We are running directly from a class. That's why we are getting an error. If you run from a configuration file, parameter, this one, if you run automatically it will take. It will execute all the test cases. Okay, see, enter username, enter password, click submit button, done. Right. From where you are getting this username and password, that is very, very important. Here we have to add a tag called parameters. Parameters. Okay, what is the parameter? URL, name, and password. What is the username? Username is standard underscore user. Password is secret underscore sauce. Okay. Raja. Yes. Raja. Okay, I'm just sharing these XML files for your reference. Okay. And then parallel execution also very, very important. I'm just going to share this one also. Let's see. Done. Okay. And coming to the very first thing. Okay, this one. I'm going to share this one also. Okay. So, Shabir. Done. This is all about testng. Okay. Apart from this, very, very important thing is actually framework design and development. Ideally, what we do, framework design and development means, okay, we have a test script called a login. Okay, this login supposed to be executed 3 times. 3 times I want to execute. I want to execute 3 times with different sets of test data. First one is actually first test. First set contains, okay, data 1, comma data 2. Second set contains a different set. Okay, this is a value 1, comma value 2. Third set contains, okay, cell 1, comma cell 2. And I want to execute the login test case with the multiple sets of test data. How that is possible? Tell me, how that is possible? I want to execute the test case with the multiple sets of test data. How that is possible? That is possible because testng framework provides an annotation called data provider. See, look at here. This is a data provider called authentication, where we are just fetching the data. See, data provider is an annotation we have to use. Give the naming called okay, data provider name, and here we have before method, after method. Okay, before method, after method. We have only how many methods are there? LANT application, and this is login. This is login. Okay. Before method, after method. Instead of before method, after method, I'm just going to say before class. Okay, after class. Okay, this is after class. And this is after class. Done. Control S. Okay, just add this before class also. Testng annotation, done, added. Okay, this one also import after class, added. Please join again if it is disconnected. Okay, we took a lot of sessions already. I just want to, okay, at least complete this entire thing today. Control S. Raja and Shabir. Both of you please join again if it is disconnected. We have 6 minutes time. Okay? Sure. Yeah. So we have before class, after class. So here we have launch application. It is launching application. Second test case is login. And then third test case is actually registration. Inside registration, we have authentication. So I'm just going to run and show you the test scripts. Just right click, run as TestNG test. What it does basically, it does nothing. Oh, it's failed, I think. Let me, okay. We need to run from the XML file instead of running from application. You have to ask this question, why can't you run from a class? We can't run really because this has a multiple test methods. See how many test methods are there? Login, launch, logout, so many are there. If you have more than one test method, we can't simply run a TestNG class from the Java class. You have to go to configuration only. Configuration.xml file is required. Otherwise, you can't really run it. Okay. So this is the configuration file for this. Just right click, run as TestNG suite. Okay, TestNG suite. So again, failed actually. What is this before class? The version of the Chrome driver is different, 90. That's why it is failing. Fine. We have fix for this. No need to worry about that. Just go to here I think we have parallel execution. This is XML file. This is also XML file. This is also XML file. Data provider. This is 90. I think 91. I think. I'm not sure anyway. Why we have to take the risk? Wait. Home test. This is the executable file path. Yeah, this is the path. Okay. Let's copy this. Control A, Control C. Okay. Let's go to data provider. Let's replace this step. That's all. Why we are replacing? Because at the time of creating the script, 91 was there. But now maybe Chrome driver was upgraded. So I'm just giving the updated Chrome driver executable file path. Control S. Now just go to again data driver, data provider, file.xml, run as TestNG suite. Now it should definitely work. Okay. Yes. Okay. See demo test. Only once it has executed. Why? No such element. Unable to find an element. Which element? That is selector home. Okay. No problem. Go here. Go down. And here you can see this is error. Click.home is not there. Maybe home it is already clicked, I think. That's why we are getting an error. Okay, fine. Comment it. Control S. Just run once again. Just right click. Run as TestNG suite. Okay. Just open this browser and opens it. Enters the login. First test case is over. Now it's going to the second test case. Okay. So this is another test case. Somewhere else we missed. Let me. We have test methods. This is instead of before class, before method only will do. Method. Okay. Worked right now. Control S. So go to registration. Just uncomment it. Control S. So total how many test cases are there? Total 3 test methods are there. One is the launching application, then login, and then registration. Okay. 3 test methods are there. Just right click. Run as TestNG test. extensive test. Okay. So one test case is over. Now it's going to the second test case. This is login. It is also over. Now it's going to the third test case called registration. Okay. Wait, we will see. Fine. Second test case. Now it's going to third test case. Third test case is going to execute 3 times. Okay. Yeah. Click on admin registration and enter the details. Please join again. It is going to expire in another 1 minute. Please join again on the same link, both of you.
Okay, sir.